Jack Doohan has officially been replaced at Alpine. And the twist? The man pulling the trigger is none other than his own manager, Flavio Briatore. Yes, the very person who once championed his F1 ambitions is now the one sidelining him. Welcome to the ruthless politics of Formula One. In a shakeup that's lit up paddocks and social media threads alike, Briatore, now Alpine's team principal, has given rising star Franco Colapinto a 5-race audition. Just 5 races to prove he deserves a permanent seat. It's either a bold masterstroke or a ticking time bomb. But how does this move fit into Alpine's long-term plans? And what does it signal for Doohan's career? Let's break it all down. This is one of the most volatile developments of the 2025 season. Alpine, already struggling in the constructors' standings, has taken a gamble that feels equal parts desperate and calculated. Doohan benched, Colapinto in. Why? Because Alpine wants results now. On paper, you could argue this makes sense. Pierre Gasly has scored all 7 of Alpine's points this season.
Jack Doohan's F1 career has come to a crashing halt. Reportedly punted from his Alpine seat, the 22-year-old son of motorcycle legend Mick was said to have been told after this disaster.
Meanwhile, Doohan remains stuck at 0, one of only 3 drivers in that unfortunate club. But numbers alone don't tell the full story. Dig into the data, and you'll see something interesting. Doohan's average qualifying gap to Gasly was just 0.350 seconds. In F1 terms, that's basically a blink. He was narrowing the gap and had just out-qualified Gasly for the first time this season in Miami. And that's when the axe fell. Timing? Brutal. Politics? Blatant. According to Briatore, it's about assessing the best path forward. His exact words: Franco deserves a shot. The field is tight. The car is improving. We need to evaluate everything ahead of 2026. Translation? We're in panic mode and we're hedging our bets. Let's be real. Doohan was under pressure before he even got comfortable in the seat. His one-off race in Abu Dhabi last year came with a warning label from Briatore. Pressure's part of the job. And then came the reserve signings, Franco Colapinto and Paul Aron, shadowing him all season. Then came the crashes. Suzuka was the headline maker, with damage estimates crossing the $1 million mark. Over 6 races, Doohan reportedly racked up a $1.2 million repair bill. For a team not flush with cash, that's a serious problem. To his credit, Doohan handled the demotion with class. This is a tough chapter, but I'm still part of the team. I'll keep my head down and keep contributing. It's the kind of professional response that earns respect, even if it doesn't earn points. But let's not pretend he was dead weight. In Miami, Gasly actually benefited from Doohan's setup notes. Sky Sports' Ted Kravitz confirmed that Gasly reverted to a suspension setup similar to Doohan's, and his performance improved immediately. That's not just helpful, that's valuable. Which begs the question, if your test driver is helping the lead driver perform better, why are you sidelining him? Here's where things get really interesting. Franco Colapinto's 5-race trial isn't just any stretch of the calendar, it's a stress test. Imola, Monaco, Barcelona, Canada, and Austria. Each one is a different beast. Street circuits, classic tracks, power circuits, technical sections. If he shines, Alpine will look like geniuses. But if he falters, even once, it opens the door right back up for Doohan. And let's not forget, Colapinto is fast, but not flawless. His aggressive style made headlines at Williams, but so did his crashes in São Paulo and Vegas. If he bins it once or twice, the repair bill won't just hurt Alpine's finances, it could damage his chances permanently. Meanwhile, Doohan's prospects aren't dead. Enter Cadillac. The American F1 newcomer is actively scouting for talent. Their interest in Mick Schumacher is well documented, but now Doohan is in the mix. He's young, He's quick. And he's technically gifted, a trait teams value immensely as 2026's new regulations approach. Speaking of 2026, it's the elephant in every team's war room. That regulation shift is huge. New engines, new aerodynamics. It's a fresh start. And Briatore wants to lock in a driver duo that can handle that transition. That's the logic behind Colapinto's trial. But 5 races? That's high-stakes roulette. Let's not ignore the broader issue here. Alpine's leadership instability. Alonso, gone. Piastri, gone. Team bosses, a revolving door. Otmar Schaffnauer, Laurent Rossi, even Bruno Famin, none of them lasted. It's a team in flux. And that chaos? It bleeds into driver performance. No one can thrive in a war zone, which makes this even more frustrating. Because Doohan was never far off the pace. He was narrowing the gap. He was contributing behind the scenes. And now he's out, not because of performance, but because of politics. If Colapinto crashes or underwhelms, Doohan might be back in the car before summer break. If he doesn't, Doohan's next chapter might have to be outside of Alpine entirely. But he's 21. He's driven in F2, tested in F1, and gained the respect of engineers across the paddock. He's got time, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder. The big picture? Alpine's gamble will define the rest of their season. If Colapinto scores consistently, Alpine might claw its way up the constructors' table, and Briatore looks like a visionary. If not, this could be another misstep in a long list of internal blunders. And for Doohan, his story isn't over. It's just entering the next chapter. Alpine's risky maneuver isn't just about results. It's about identity. The team is searching for a driver lineup that can inspire confidence, deliver results, and survive the political minefield that is F1 management. But in throwing a young driver into the flames with such a narrow runway, they may be setting up another disappointment. Colapinto, for his part, has everything to gain and everything to lose. A solid performance could vault him into full-time status. A few mistakes, and he becomes a cautionary tale. The pressure on his shoulders isn't just from within Alpine, it's from the whole paddock watching, waiting, judging. This isn't just a 5-race test for Colapinto, it's a referendum on Alpine's leadership and on Briatore's judgment. So what do you think? Should Jack Doohan have been given more time? Will Colapinto deliver under pressure? Could Cadillac be Doohan's lifeline? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more F1 deep dives every week.